Hi there, it's Erin Duffy, your stage presence coach, back again with another tip to help amplify your stage presence and own your unique voice so that you feel comfortable and confident in every room you walk into. So, I have a question for you today. Have you ever walked into a meeting or possibly walked onto the stage thinking, any minute now, they're going to realize that I have no idea what I'm doing? Now, if that sounds familiar to you, I just want you to know that I get it. I know that voice really well. For years in my corporate career, I mean, from the early days all the way up to when I was an executive at the agency, I carried around this fear that one of these days I'm going to be found out. Does that sound familiar to you? Because here's the thing. On the outside, I looked confident. I really did. But on the inside, I was waiting for the moment that someone would say, who let her in here? Seriously, I did. And here's the thing, that feeling is what we call imposter syndrome. And I want you to know that many of my clients, as well as people that I have spoken to when I've done my keynotes, have all mentioned that they suffer this. And here's the key message I want you to hear today. You are not an imposter. You're a capable leader experiencing what I call imposter thoughts. Yes, thoughts. Those thoughts are loud. God knows they are, but they are not the truth about who you are. See, and here's the interesting thing. When we fuse those thoughts to our own identity, your executive stage presence really, really suffers. What happens? Well, you shrink, right? You start to second guess yourself. You walk into rooms hoping not to be noticed instead of walking in and being ready to make an impact. And it's just not right. So I want to share one simple, powerful action that you can start doing immediately right now to start changing those thoughts and start owning your presence. So it's called what I say, catch and rename the imposter. Okay. So the next time you hear, I don't belong here, or I'm not as smart as they think I am, or my favorite, which I heard constantly in my head, they're going to figure me out one day. Okay. And you probably have other thoughts. I would love to know what those thoughts are going through your head, right? When you hear that thought in your head, I want you to pause for a moment and then say to yourself, this is an imposter thought, not the truth about me. Okay. Once you acknowledge that, what I want you to do is then replace it with a grounded statement like, I've earned a seat in this room and I belong here. Or, I may not know everything, but I bring real experience and value here, and I cannot wait to collaborate. And you could probably come up with many grounded statements for yourself. I want you to think about what that imposter thought is and come up with that grounded statement you're going to make so that you can change the way you show up in those rooms. Because here's the thing, when you do this consistently, and you will start to notice a shift in your presence in the room. Your shoulders will drop, your breath's going to slow down, and you're going to find that you're going to stop performing and you're going to start being present. And when you are, you start really leading from that grounded place. So I really want you to try that. All right. I want you to start doing. If this is resonating with you, and I have a feeling a lot of you out there, this is resonating with you. Before your next meeting or presentation or conversation, or if you're doing a keynote, whenever this is showing up, okay, you're going to expect that imposter thought to show up. It is, right? You know it is. When it does, I want you to name it. There it is again. There's that imposter thought. Take that pause, take that breath, and then Create that powerful, grounded statement for yourself so that allow you to walk into that room as the leader that you are ready to be. I mean, this is how you begin to silence that inner critic that we all have and then get to step in to your authentic stage presence every single time and really connect with those people in the room. So try that this week and let me know how it goes. And also share with me what is your imposter statement or thought that pops up. I'm really curious because there's many of them out there. And this practice will help you to start to change that for yourself. So try it this week and let me know how it goes. So that's it for this time. And I will see you next time for another tip on how to bring your authentic presence to every room you walk into.